What's up, guys? Fully Stream here, and today I wanted to go over some weapons that some beginner players may not have, and definitely weapons that you have a chance of getting that are really good. So all these weapons I'm about to show are, in my opinion, really great choices to use in combat. So the quad launcher, definitely very viable, a great CC weapon. Once you shoot it, it throws out fire missiles. So definitely with a durability perk, now that you can re-perk weapons, you definitely want to put on durability to get more shots on that. My favorite weapon, my top weapon of all time possibly, is the Obliterator, because you can use this as a utility weapon, as in the Obliterator destroys any non-player structure with one shot. Like, it doesn't have to be leveled. You can even use it just for destroying structures, so it's always a nice touch. It also does insane headshot damage if you have it leveled correctly. If you even re-perk it and the way for headshots, you definitely can do some insane damage. It has punch through, so it's great. The Whisper and the Silent Spectre, I believe they're both okay. With these two weapons, like if you are trying to farm in a certain area and you're shooting a specific enemy, the other enemies around that enemy won't hear you firing because it has a silencer attached to the weapon, so it's a nice little gimmick. I wouldn't say it's the best weapon, but it's fun to use. I mean, it's definitely a viable weapon. Pretty much any weapon you can make viable now, so definitely give it a shot if you like silencers. Harvester Sarah, definitely one of the top heroes probably for a while, because she's got great scythe damage. Like, she can snare any enemy with scythe, so if you leveled your scythe in a way for damage, like get rid of the durability perk, if you put damage in there, she ramps up the damage even further, and you can kill pretty much anything in a matter of seconds. The only drawback is that you're going to be upfront and personal, and you're going to have things to worry about, like blasters and lobbers and all that, so definitely be careful. You can definitely hold down the bosses with her too. Headshot Just, definitely another top hero. She's very viable in pretty much anything that you do. She's got like, the Teddy has a long duration, and you can even boost that up even further with the Teddy perk that one of the soldiers have. She's also a sniper hero, so if you've got, let's say, a shredder, she can really do some insane damage with that weapon, because the shredder is a sniper despite it shooting like a shotgun, so you can definitely take advantage of that. Shredders are also amazing at headshotting enemies, so Io Enterprise would definitely always give you Teddies. Heavy Base Kyle is definitely a fan favorite for many constructor mains, for the simple fact that this constructor has Feel the Base, and Feel the Base is an ability that does this shockwave, this energy shockwave, every time you get 30 kills within the base. So that means it doesn't matter if you're shooting them, the enemies I mean, of course, and it doesn't matter if they're getting killed by your traps. Feel the Base applies to everything as long as the enemy dies inside your base. So I personally like to use constructors, so Heavy Base is always in my support slot for Feel the Base. So definitely viable if you got power base knocks and you want to add that extra power to your arsenal. So we got this shotgun hero if you are a shotgun main. I personally like to switch it up with shotguns, so I like using Raider Jonesy whenever I just want to try something new and try something different, or just run around in a bunny outfit, because, you know, cosmetics. That's really part of the reason why we like to farm these heroes, is because they just look really cool. Next up, we've got the Reclaimer. The Reclaimer is the male variant of Snow Flurry Jess, which is a Christmas event hero. The Reclaimer used to be good but there are definitely better Outlanders out there. For example, Ted Shot Jess is definitely a lot more viable than the Reclaimer. For the simple fact that with Ted Shot Jess, you get your Teddies a lot faster than the Reclaimer and Snow Flurry Jess. So, but they're cool heroes. I mean, their cosmetics are awesome. So if you want to go into a mission with them just because of how they look, and you know, it's really, that's the sad part about this game, is that we don't have cosmetics of our choosing. So we have to be forced to use perks that we don't like. Next we got the Hydra, which is definitely a super viable weapon now that you can re-perk everything in the slot. Definitely really good for soldiers for debilitating shots, because you get that within the first shot. All hydraulic weapons have a passive perk that has a high knockback, so you can definitely take advantage of that if you, let's say, like to stall more often. If you're a staller, they don't do high damage, so it's not really used for that. I think it's just used for like pushback, and then eventually you'll kill them. It just depends on how you want to build the weapon now. Since we do have the re-perk, you can take advantage of that. Fragment Flurry Jess. She is the female version of the Reclaimer that we just went over. They have the same perks. I still believe that the Ted Shot Jess is a lot better in terms of damage output for an Outlander. So, you know, I would just go for her cosmetics, because her snowboarding gear is awesome, especially that backpack. The vendor tech weapons. I wouldn't say they're the best, because we definitely have a lot better options now. However, they are cool. I personally like the vendor tech sniper just because of how it looks. But pretty much these are all innate energy weapons. You can rebuild with the re-perk. You can like put more damage into them, but however, like I still feel like there are better weapons out there, and you know, if you're a collector and you just want to have them in your inventory, you can. I mean, you could pretty much, as I said in the beginning of the video, you can make any weapon viable, so you know, you can use the re-perk, but there are much better things out there. The Fortnite heroes are definitely top tier. Like, you definitely want to put these guys on top of your list when you're opening that llama. I mean, you don't have a choice of what you're gonna get, but you know, hopefully you do score one of these guys, because they are definitely top tier. You've got the soldier, which is a reskin of Banshee. Banshee has a nice war cry perk, which gives you and the rest of your teammates a nice buff on damage output. And definitely damage is a huge thing in this game, especially when you have, let's say, bosses, when you got the metal husk, when you got smashers. Definitely very important. And then we have the ninjas, which are a reskin of Shuriken Master Sarah and a reskin of Dragon. Two top tier ninjas. So definitely, if you like to play as ninjas, you definitely would like Sarah, and you definitely would like the Lamora. And then you got the constructors. There are better constructors out there. However, for Penny at least, she is a reskin of Hot Fixer. Hot Fixer is definitely one of the top tiers, but I think I would put Power Base before him. And you know, it's just a fight between Power Base and Heavy Base. Some of the most top tier heroes in the game right now. BD Llamas can one shot, if you level your pistol weapon, she's a pistol hero, and if you level your pistol weapon correctly, mainly for critical chance and critical damage, she can one shot smashers. So definitely very viable and very useful, especially if you're doing the horde and you've got nothing but smashers coming at your defense. You got Raider Headhunter. If you like shotguns, she is a shotgun hero. Definitely very useful if you like to be up close and personal, like melees and shotguns, like they all go together hand in hand. Just know that you're taking a huge risk, because like you got the lasers, and man, do they do insane damage. Energy Thief for Marie, like there are better heroes out there. Like back then, some of you may not know, but we had, when you ran the sprint, when you sprinted, you used energy. Like you don't even, it was a terrible time for a lot of us players, because like non-stop we'd be running and then stopping, waiting for the energy. And then not only are we running and using up energy, but our abilities also use energy. So definitely, like at the time, she was viable, because like she focuses on getting her energy back with some of the abilities that she has. But now that, you know, when you're like, when do you ever find yourself out of energy? I can't recall, unless like a nature husk is hitting you. But other than that, like I don't find myself fishing for energy. So definitely better heroes out there. Machinist Harper, a fan favorite amongst a lot of the people that first played Horde. She's definitely very useful, because she's focused around your traps. The trap durability is increased. The trap cooldown is decreased, which is amazing. She's got recycling, which is like, it's not that great now. Before, when we only could have 1,000 building material, like that was useful. But now we can have up to 4 times as more. So there's that. Let me see. Gunblazer Sudi, he's got the ammo llama. I can't really see much use for this dude though. I would definitely say there are other Outlanders out there, like at least the Reclaimer or Tetshot Jess. Like those two are definitely top heroes when you want to come to damage Outlanders. I'm not sure if I would choose him over anyone else. Yeah, but if you like his cosmetics, he's got some cool cosmetics. That helmet that he has on tier 2 is awesome, so definitely want to use that. You can go ahead. One last thing before I go, guys, I wanted to mention the Demolitionist class. I am a constructor main, so I guess I gotta point her out no matter what. The Demolitionist class, like Penny and Bull, these two heroes are definitely one of the top tier constructors. Not only for their high damage output, but also for their decoy. Their decoy has a very short cooldown, and you can definitely take advantage of this by attracting enemies inside things like traps, inside places like ditches. Like let's just say if you tear down a house and you see a basement with no escape, you can throw your decoy in there, and the enemies with the large radius of the Demolitionist decoy, you can pull enemies inside that basement, and then they'll just disappear. Because normally when enemies can't, like when they have no pathing outside of a basement or outside of a hole, they normally just die, like they disappear. You can do other cool things that I'll put in a separate video. You can definitely take take total advantage of the decoy by making some awesome like exclusive decoy traps. I posted something like this on the forums almost a year ago, and I'm definitely gonna put it up in one of my next videos. You can make things like a stairway that leads all the way up into the sky, and if you put your decoy all the way up top, and let's just say a wall launcher, the decoy will attract the enemies. They'll literally go up the steps all the way to reach the decoy, and wherever your traps are, they'll walk into them. Like, I mean, when the decoy is down, it's like these guys care about nothing but the decoys. They can definitely control aggro in really cool ways that you've probably never seen before. The 8-bit hero is also a demolitionist, so if you like that cosmetic, I really do like that, the 8-bit TV that he has. Raven is cool. Focus on lefty and righty. He's also got a lot of perks that can give you back your lefty and righty, because lefty and righty has a long cooldown. However, after the recent update, it has a shorter cooldown now. So yeah, and his cosmetics are pretty awesome too. I'm glad they brought this to PvE. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Just want to mention to you guys that I try to post at least one video every week. I do have 3 other jobs that I'm currently working, so I do nothing but work, but I definitely want to at least upload 1 video a week. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time.